What's going on, Arizona sports fan family? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at a mock draft that I'm going to be doing here on my end. Now, for the past weeks, I've been looking at other mock drafts, just basically trying to see who big companies pick for the Arizona Cardinals. But this time around, I'm going to be doing the mock draft here on my end. Now, I will be using the NFL mock draft simulator. Now, so far, I've seen some crazy things, right? I've seen no quarterbacks get taken, but they go Jalen Carter and Will Anderson, number one and number two. So we've seen some crazy things so far. So I'm going to be going based off what we're seeing here, and what they provide us, right? What they provide to us here on the simulator. If you like this type of content, definitely do me one huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Let's get started on this mock draft, the official mock draft. Now, this is before, if DeAndre Hopkins gets traded at this very moment of this time of recording. He hasn't been traded. It's all rumors as of right now. So just FYI. All right, let's get started here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and share my screen and let's get started on this mock draft. I'm so stoked. I'm actually very excited. Now, obviously, if you don't agree with me, definitely no worries. Put it in the chat below, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me where I went wrong and what you would have done. So let's get started. We're going to do a 7-round mock draft here with the Arizona Cardinals. So there's Arizona Cardinals. Let's get rid of this ad here. Let's take a look here. 7 rounds. I'm going to try to do this slow just so I can kind of take a look to see what other teams are picking, just because I'm very curious to figure that out. So let's enter the draft room and let's get started here. Obviously, people looking here, right? We're looking at different options. Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, number 1 and number 2 there for me, right? Just depending on how you feel pertaining to who's going to fall to the Arizona Cardinals is really what we're going to be looking at here. So let's get started. Let's hit the start button and let's get this going. All right, here we go. We go up here. Take a look. See, now we're already starting to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're already starting to see it. So we got 3 trades. Now, I have noticed these trades are absolutely ridiculous, right? So the Browns want my first round pick and they want to give me a 4th rounder, 5th, and a 6th rounder. No way, Jose, I'm going to do that. And then the 49ers, the same thing. So so far, I don't like these generated trades that they've been providing to me. Now, granted, the Rams are going to give me a 1st round next year in 2024, but it's still pretty dumb. I'm going to reject every single one of those. But check this out. Now we're living in a situation right now where we have Will Levis gone. We have Myles Murphy going number 1 overall over to the Chicago Bears. So we've seen some crazy things, right? Now who's falling to our lap? We got Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. Now, I know a lot of people's ask me, who would I go for, right? Jalen Carter or Will Anderson? To me specifically, I will lean towards Jalen Carter. But for the sake of this mock draft, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go with Will Anderson just because I want to figure out well, actually, may I don't know, right? I mean, we could technically trade back too, right? I have trade back with the Indianapolis Colts before, but like I get it might be unrealistic, being that they're literally right next to us, number 4, but they seem like a very possible option to at least get traded up in the number 1 overall spot for their quarterback. But Will Levis did end up going. I don't know. I'm so conflicted between the two, right? Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. They're both studs. Let's go with. Let's take a look here. Oh my goodness. I want to go Jalen Carter so damn bad. Let's do that. Let's go Jalen Carter because I'm going to follow my gut here. So we got Jalen Carter coming to the Arizona Cardinals. Let's continue to watch. We got Keely Ringo, Will Anderson going over there. So we got this mock draft just basically chugging through, and we're basically waiting for our picks to come around. So as of right now, you're taking a look at the other picks being, all the other teams getting picked or picking their players here. Coming up in the 25th overall, we got 26th, and the Arizona Cardinals are sitting pretty right now with their number 1 player, Jalen Carter, coming to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, we're coming up here pretty soon. Of course, we're going to get some drafts, right? But here's the thing. Check it out. Another trade offers, but they're going to give me a 4th and a 6th. Like, that's dumb. Like, I'm not going to do that. Wild, absolutely wild. So let's just reject them and let's continue to see what we have available here for the Arizona Cardinals. Now we got our, interior defensive lineman. Okay. I mean, we can very well, get this individual right here. My main priority is to fix up this line, right? So like if we go defensive lineman, like the interior with Jalen Carter, look who's still available, right? We got, BJ out of LSU. We got Andre Carter. We got Azuma. Honestly, that might be the route that I'm going to go, or Emmanuel Forbes. So it's kind of a, I don't know which route I'm going to take here, but I want to make sure that my defense is good to go. Let's take a look here. Let's continue to watch to see who else is available here for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's go cornerback. Manuel Forbes seems to be the high one, at least on this. Wide receivers. I got. I'm so tempted to go edge. So tempted to go edge. Let me take a look here. Let me look into a little bit about of Felix. I know last time I looked him up, I know he had very, very, very good stats. Let's see here. I think that's gonna be the route I'm gonna take. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are gonna be like, "Well, you have, Cam Thomas, you have Majay and Victor Demikichi," but honestly, he's 6'4", 255 pounds, 2 forced fumbles, 8.5 sacks. I mean, can you say no to this? I mean, I feel like we kind of have to jump the gun here and go with this individual here. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with Felix on Ozuma, right? I'm not gonna try to pronounce that second last name right there. So let's keep going. Let's see what happens here. Continuing with the draft. So far, we got two studs. We got two A's ranked from the NFL mock draft simulator, and we're gonna continue to wait to see. So we got two defensive pieces. In my mind's going to maybe offensive side of the ball, right? Whether an offensive lineman, interior, or tackle is going to be kind of where my mind's going once our pick comes around, and we have the 66th overall pick, so we're coming up here pretty soon. Oh, here we go. Wow, this just fell into our laps here, ladies and gentlemen. I did not coordinate this at all, ladies and gentlemen. Now, obviously, Jalen Jones is a person that I would definitely want to get. Eli Ricks, as far as cornerback, but man, we got some studs here for the Arizona Cardinals to possibly pick up here. Now, honestly, here John Michael Schmitz is probably ranked, at least to me, the best center we could possibly get. So I'm going to pull the trigger and go this route right here, ladies and gentlemen. Boom! We got an A+ rating here from the NFL mock draft simulator. So we got our center of the future right there. We're going to continue to chug along and see how this mock draft is going to continue to flow with the Arizona Cardinals, right? Because we got the 96th overall pick, and then we have the 104th. So let's keep it going here. All right, let's see what else happens here. Our pick's coming up right now. Our pick's coming up. Let's see if I can move this down. So, of course, we got some more trade offers. I'm going to decline them just because I'm not liking what we're seeing here so far. So, let's take a look here. So, we got Jalen Carter with the 3rd overall. 34th, we got Felix Uzuma, edge out of Kansas State. I apologize. And then we got our interior offensive lineman, but he does play center out of Minnesota, which I think is an absolute steal there. Here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so this is where it kind of gets a little tricky for me here. I do like the idea of, getting Gardner out of LSU, because anytime you can get an LSU cornerback, I'm always, gung-ho for that opportunity right there. Or we can go Zach Evans, right? Because we don't know what James Conner is going to look like for the future. But if we get a Zach Evans, that would be absolutely huge for the Arizona Cardinals moving forward. There's also DJ Turner out of Michigan. Man, there's a lot of good players still here on the board for the Arizona Cardinals. You can also go Luke Weipler as well if you want to maybe get another interior offensive lineman as well. So we got some players to definitely choose out of here. I think what I'm gonna do here. Oh, this is so tough. This is so tough because my heart wants to say Gardner and go for this the cornerback, but also I would love to get the opportunity to get Zach Evans. Let's look a little bit at Zach Evans here and let's see what he's done in college. In Ole Miss, 936 yards, 9 touchdowns, 6 feet, 215 pounds. Oof. I think that might be the route I'm gonna go. Get a running back here in the 4th rounder for the Arizona Cardinals. That's what I'm gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but that's what I'm done. We'll go Zach Evans here, and that's an A+ rating here from the NFL mock draft simulator here. So we got so far our interior defensive lineman. We got an edge player. We got our center with John Michael, and then we got Zach Evans running back. And now our pick comes back around 104th, and now we're still sitting here, ladies and gentlemen, with Gardner still on the board for the Arizona Cardinals to possibly go after, or even DJ Turner. So options. Give me 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. I need to think here. Let's see here. DJ Turner or Gardner is very, very intriguing here. So I can at least get a cornerback. Ooh. Options, options, options. I'm gonna try to see if I can take a look. So Mekhi Gardner, 6'2", 217 pounds, no interceptions, 26 solo tackles. I mean, because he plays for LSU, I'm so tempted to go that route. Let's look at DJ Turner here real quick. DJ Turner out of Michigan, one interception, 6', 180 pounds. Oh, that's so tempting here, man. That's so tempting. Honestly, I think we can go. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go for the one that's a little taller here. I'm going to go Mekhi Gardner just because DJ is 6 foot. Now, I'm not going to say that means he's going to be obviously a better prospect, but I think if we go the LSU route, 217 pounds, right? He's bigger, and then he's 6'2" as well. So I'm going to go that route. I am going to go Mekhi Gardner out of LSU. And they gave us an A+ as well, man. This draft is coming out here very well here for the Arizona Cardinals so far. So chugging through here, ladies and gentlemen. We got our running back, we got our center, we got a cornerback to see if we can have some opportunities, and let's take a look to continue to see what these other teams are doing. Now, as of right now, the Arizona Cardinals are sitting with the 168th pick. So we got some time to kind of scout out who we want here, right? We got some time to figure out who is going to be available. Now, for me, I have talked about this on multiple streams that honestly, don't be surprised if I try to go quarterback in one of these picks, because I honestly think that the Arizona Cardinals can very well benefit from getting a quarterback. Truly. Absolutely, truly. So let's see here. How many picks we got? Oh, we still got 3 more picks. Okay. All right. We're coming up here pretty soon in this mock draft. It's going through. All right. Here we go. I see us right here. We're coming up. Hey, so far this draft is shaking out here pretty good here for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to reject all these trades just because, like I said a little earlier, I'm not going to be trying to mess around with this. Now, wide receiver is a kind of a position that I really kind of want to address, especially if DeAndre Hopkins goes. If he doesn't, then obviously we don't have to worry about it. But let's keep looking here to see who else we can possibly snag. We do got an interior offensive lineman, but he's more center more than anything. So I think maybe about possibly picking up one in the later rounds. Let's see here. Maybe is there? I knew that there wasn't an interior defensive, another defensive lineman that I really did like. I have to maybe look at him, but he might be a little later. Um, this might be where I actually will take the plunge here. Now, I think a lot of people might disagree with me here, but I think I'm going to go quarterback and just try to see if I can get the next Brock Purdy, maybe another, young stud, Clayton Tune out of Houston, quarterback. Now, let me kind of let you know a little bit about him before we, kind of move on. Now, him to me is very intriguing. This man is over 6 foot. So he's 6'3", 220 pounds. His stats for the 2022 season is over 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. I mean, you can't really beat that. Honestly, if somebody does want to kind of, get the opportunity to come in here, especially with Kyler Murray, I would rather go with the rookie than a free agent than we already know what it is, right? I want to go the rookie route to see if we can kind of mold another quarterback, just because you never know. Obviously, I'm going to reject this here. I'm not trying to trade anybody at this very moment. So let's keep looking. So far, A plus, A plus, A plus, and then another A. Let's continue to look here to see where the Arizona Cardinals can possibly land the next stud in this draft here. Now, I know I think this is going to be, I think Dylan Horton was the guy that I wanted to get. Let me just confirm, because I know I looked him up on a few other mock drafts, and yes, it is him. Yes, it is him. So yeah, Dylan Horton out of TCU, ladies and gentlemen, very, very underrated to me. 6'4", 275 pounds, 10 sacks and 1 forced fumble, 31 solo tackles in the season. I think I'm going to go that route and try to see if we can bolster up this defense. Now, I don't know if we're going to bring back Zach Allen, but honestly, I feel very, very confident to see what we can do moving forward. And that's our first C, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get it, but hey, whatever, right? At this point, whatever. Dylan Horton here is listed as a C+, but honestly, I still do think it's a good pick. So we're going to continue to figure out here where the Arizona Cardinals are going to land. We got one more pick in this NFL draft, and that is at the 214th spot. Now, there is a wide receiver that I did have my eye on, but I think he is going to probably possibly go unless we maybe pause the draft right here, and let's see if we can, possibly make a trade. with the Giants, right? Let's see if we can make a trade here with the Giants because they are picking up here pretty soon. So there is a wide receiver that I did have my eye on. So let's go to the Giants. Let's use up our last and let's give up whatever they want. And then we want their. Okay, so that's not enough, they're saying. Okay, so let's. Ah, man, I really want to get that 207th pick because I want to get my wide receiver here, but it doesn't seem like they're going to allow me to do so. Okay, well, Giants, I guess F you then, right? Well, I guess we'll keep it going here. Let's see if they do fall to us because we're picking up here pretty soon. And I think he is gonna go knowing me, but if he does land to the Arizona Cardinals, I think that's an absolute yes. He did go. And just FYI, who the wide receiver was that I wanted to get was Mingo out of Mississippi. So whatever. Let's take a look to see who else is available here for the Arizona Cardinals. I already kind of know looking to see who fell. I'm going to go Tyreek Stevenson, the cornerback out of Miami, just to kind of see if we can possibly go that route. Or actually, now looking at it, because we have corner, I think we might need a little bit more O-line help. So I'm going to go Joe Tipman. Sorry about that. Instead. So A+ rating here out of Wisconsin here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go that route instead. And I know Dylan Horton was probably a reach in the eyes of this mock draft, but I still think it's a huge steal for the Arizona Cardinals kind of moving forward. So we're going to recap this here pretty soon. Yes, let's recap it now. I think the draft's almost done. So let them do its thing. So this is what our draft looks like, at least as of right now. So we got the 3rd overall pick. We got Jalen Carter. The 34th overall pick, we got Felix Uzuma, edge out of Kansas State. And then out of our 66th overall pick, we got Joe Michael Schmitz, A+ rating. That's going to be our center of the future. And then we got Zach Evans, running back out of Mississippi. That's an A+ rating. Mekhi Gardner, A+ rating, cornerback out of LSU. And then we got a quarterback. Okay, here we go. Quarterback here out of Houston, which has some really, really crazy numbers. 6'3". He's an A. And then we have a C+. They said it's a reach. I don't think it's a reach, but Dylan Horton's a C+. And then we got Joe Tipman here, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin. Let me know, y'all, how you guys are feeling about this mock draft. I think I absolutely killed it. I think I actually, aced it. And if there was maybe another position that I probably could have addressed a little bit more, maybe guard or tackle, right? I think I probably could have done that a little bit better. But honestly, I think what we've had and how this draft kind of, landed, I think we did a pretty darn good job, if I might say so myself here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this mock draft just in general. As always, put everything in the comments below. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cards.